What it do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Know That Sport podcast. It's your boy Moore Drive, man. Y'all know I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. Week 8 is here, and it's time to break it all the way down. With the first game, the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Miami Dolphins. The Atlanta Falcons are the favorite, getting the Miami Dolphins 7.5 points. I said the Falcons covered it. I said the Falcons beat them by at least 10. I think Miami laying down. They try to get the number one pick, man. They ain't trying to do nothing. 44.5, over and under. I say up the score. Both of these teams score over 20 points. So I say up the score on the 44.5. The Falcons cover the 7.5. Next up, Chicago Bears at the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's finna play. 6.5 points is the over and under. 6.5 points is what they're giving Chicago. I don't see Baltimore covering them 6.5 points. They won't cover the 6.5. Over and under 48.5. I say up the score. Both teams can score over 20 points. Baltimore do not cover the 6.5 points. Up the score on the 48.5. Next up, Buffalo at Carolina. Buffalo getting Carolina 7.5 points. I say Buffalo cover the 7.5 points easily. No, for real, I see Buffalo covering the 7.5 points. Over and under 45.5. I say under. I say under 45.5. I say they cover them 7.5 points, but I say they go under the 45.5. I don't see Carolina scoring too much on offense. Andy Dalton playing, I don't see them scoring too much on offense. So I say Buffalo cover the 7.5, beat them by 8, 10 or better, 8 or better, and 45.5 under. Next up, Jets at Cincinnati. Cincinnati getting the Jets 6.5 points. I say the Cincinnati cover the 6.5 points. I think the Jets trying to get the number one pick too. They trying to keep the number one pick because they already got it. They trying to keep it. 44.5 over and under. I say under because I don't think the Jets put up enough points. I say under the 44.5. Cincinnati cover the 6.5. Next up, San Francisco at Houston. This is a tricky game for me. Both of the wide receivers for the Houston Texans not playing. San Francisco got a bunch of injuries, but they still winning. With that being said, I'm gonna say the injuries may catch up with the San Francisco this game right here, and say Houston win this game and cover the 2.5 points that they're giving the 49ers. Over and under 41.5. I say under. I see this as a low-scoring game for both teams. But I say the Houston Texans cover the 2.5 points that they're giving the San Francisco 49ers. Next up, the Cleveland Browns against the New England Patriots. New England's favorite 6.5 points for against the Cleveland Browns. I say the New England Patriots cover the 6.5. 40.5 is the over and under. I say under. I don't see both of these teams scoring over 20 points. I just see one. So I say under the 40.5. New England cover the 6.5. The last 1 o'clock game, Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants. A.J. Brown is not playing. And with that being said, they're giving the Giants 7.5 points. I don't think they cover the 7.5 points. So I say the Eagles do not cover the 7.5, 44.5 over and under. I say up the scope. I see both these folks going over 20 points. First 4 o'clock game, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay giving New Orleans 3.5 points. I say Tampa Bay cover the 3.5 points. Over under 46.5. I say under the 46.5. Because I don't see New Orleans putting up 20 points. So I say under the 46.5. Next up, Dallas at the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are favorite 3.5 points. I say Denver don't cover the 3.5 points. I like Dallas to win the game, but I say Denver don't cover the 3.5 points. I'll take the 3.5. Over under 50.5. I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say for that game? I'm gonna say up the score. I see both these teams scoring over 24 points. I say up the score. Up the score on the 50.5. Denver don't cover the 3.5. Next up, Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis again, Tennessee 14.5. I say they cover the 14.5. The Indianapolis Colts is the best team in football right now. I say they cover the 14.5 against their division rival, Tennessee. Over and under 47.5. I say up the score. Nah, for real. I can see Indianapolis scoring 30 points, and they get up 17, or probably 18 or something like that. Nah, I take that bet. No. Yeah, I say up the score. I'm gonna say up the score. Up the score on the 47.5 because they probably score 40. Up the score on the 47.5. They cover the 14.5. Sunday night game, a damn good one. Green Bay Packers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers against his former team. Green Bay the favorite 3.5. I say Green Bay cover them 3.5 against Pittsburgh Steelers. 44.5. Over and under, I say up the score. I see both these teams scoring over 20 points. Or at least both of them scoring 20. So Green Bay cover the 3.5. Pittsburgh against Pittsburgh. Up the score on the 44.5. Monday night game, Washington Commanders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Jason Daniel not playing. With that being said, Kansas City is the favorite 12.5. I say Kansas City cover the 12.5. Over and under 46.5. I say up the score. I say they up the score on the 46.5, and the Kansas City Chiefs cover the 12.5. One more quick segment before I get y'all up out of here, man. Nah, for real. Y'all know what's going on, man. Game of the week, know that game, excuse me, game. And my game of the week, everybody should know this, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Denver Broncos. That's my game of the week. That should be a real interesting game. They ain't gonna tell me a whole lot about the Dallas Cowboys. No, for real. I know that game is Indianapolis Colts beating the Tennessee Titans by 14.5. You got to know that if you don't know nothing else. No, for real. And my excuse me game is, it's a tricky one right here though. My excuse me game is the Houston Texans beating the San Francisco 49ers. That's my excuse me game. Excuse me, no. Now I take that back. They can't be my excuse me game because Houston has got them in favor. Hold on, let me find me a excuse me game real quick. I ain't thought about now. Excuse me game. Damn. I really ain't got one. I ain't got a excuse me game. Shit. My excuse me game is Dallas over Denver. So Dallas on there 2 times. My excuse me game, Dallas over Denver. My game of the week is Dallas at Denver. Denver getting Dallas 3 points. We say appreciate you. Excuse me, where I come from. So my excuse me game, Dallas at Denver. My game of the week is Dallas at Denver. And I know that game is Colts over Tennessee. Colts gonna cover them 14.5. Hey man, it's your boy Moore Drive, man. I appreciate y'all. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Same bet time, same bet channel. Nah, for real. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.